Be back soon, Captain.
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move it.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out. Quick steps.
Sir?
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in...
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Teleme has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We of course refused entry. Only the Nords have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
that discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
The hiding place of this smuggler is filthy. But perhaps we'll discover some useful information.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart, and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal.
I need to be going. Farewell. Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I... But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds. He didn't go missing, he was taken.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand?
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what wait on the captain.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy. You'd think my...
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin. Did anyone else see the...
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. I seem to recall that regular being there. We play kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to beat her. Now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his...
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always.
Thank you, Lara.
Strange story, this.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Sir?
Are you ready? Can we wait?
We should be able to set sail with... I'm still without news.
Be back soon, Captain.
Your Highness, I'm happy to see you. Your absence this morning worried both your father and...
Come now, Sir de Corsilion. My father may have been angry, outraged, or disappointed, but he's never worried about me. And would you believe that I was rotting away in a sinister jail, guarded by thugs ready to kill me? Though still seeing double from last night's drink, I was preparing an ingenious escape plan when... Ta-da! My dear cousin jumped up out of nowhere and saved me. I'm quite the fairy tale damsel in distress.
You might have refrained from the company of bandits the night before such an important departure.
Take away the risk and halve the...
I fear that some of my teachings have been... But you wanted to ask me something, de Sade?
What will be your official title on Tiafredi? Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we...
a nice day, son.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
I'm looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping. In my establishment. You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been...
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think...
Sire, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Much to my regret, I know nothing else. Good luck finding the boy.
Could I trouble you again?
Have you found Jonas?
Not yet, but I haven't given up. About that. What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet.
I need to be going. Farewell.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Greenblood, do you need...
I must leave you.
So you're back. Right then. What about our business?
We can guarantee that your merchandise will leave with us.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And bravo, Kurt. The Commander will be most pleased.
The cargo shall make the voyage. But who will be at its reception once it's arrived?
That shall be your next mission. Once you've reached New Serene, go and find the Quartermaster. He will give you new instructions. Until then, I wish you a safe and pleasant voyage, Your Excellency. Kurt, good luck.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your... Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
I don't have the key. I don't have the key.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who...
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that. But I have a number of documents. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poison to find a remedy to the malachor they won't hesitate to kill.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hate. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions.
You don't understand. This potion is an attempt to create...
So you manipulate people to use as experimental...
I don't have a choice.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now. The mob would have been furious in any case. But a Nord...
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let...
So...
I'm going to help you leave the city, but you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well, then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting. So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
Yes. I need to get you out of here. I have unlocked the service entrance. You will be able to sneak out of there discreetly.
Without being skinned alive by the mob?
You need to remain prudent. I will escort you to your cart.
I follow you.
Let's sneak out the back.
I hope we don't run into any unhappy patients.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Angry customers. And we have no choice but to go this way? Holy leaders, they've seen it.
Things are about to get dicey. Full green blood, you're wounded. Green blood, I can't hold on much longer.
Right there. Is that it? Holy heavens! I've seen you. Help me. Protect me. I've never learned to fight. I've never learned to fight. We need to find my car.
To my help! And death to the others! Be careful! Careful, Greenblood! You're wounded!
I've never learned to fight. Where are you headed? Don't abandon me. You're going to take me.
Damnation! He got away.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally.
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. He managed to slip through our fingers.
Once again. That man is part...
We followed his trail to the Coin Guard Tavern, but he had already escaped. All the same, you have nothing to fear. He will never step foot in...
We'll eventually catch up with him and deliver the punishment that his crimes deserve. Governor Burhan will be happy to learn that such an amiable legate will soon cross the shores of... Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest gift.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
And what of your war with Thélème?
It has been... If those bigots hadn't got... But that's the way of the world.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been... Direct conflicts are, in fact, quite...
I need to be going. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
believe I've seen you at the palace. You're one of the prince's relatives.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please. Might I help you, sir?
I need to be going.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellent?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. According to witnesses...
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but
Don't you see, Your Excellency?
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had... and that his men escorted him from the tavern...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me...
My son was probably shocked to have found us. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
How did you find your son's trail?
We have never stopped looking for him. We learned the new name they gave him, Jonas. Then we learned the name of the ship he sailed on. No sooner had it docked in Serene than my husband had the crew watched closely.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. Until the Naughts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact? It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Naughts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Oh, the alchemists of the... Have a nice day, sire.
Did you get what you came for? Leave me now, please.
Careful, Greenblood! Yeah!
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back.
How is business going?
It's picking. The Malachor. The epidemic still rages. Now that we have...
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
People and people. I also... Yeah, but that's not...
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Whatever you need to be the talk of all Serene!
Yeah! To my house! And death to the others!
Is your hat out of stock? Does your vest belong to last year's fashion?
Move away! Things are...
You'll find all you need in our selection. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you. Have you seen anything? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
To my health and death!
Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with? for your visit.
To my help!
Did you get what you came for? Leave me now, please.
It's not possible just now.
Damnation! We've been found. I told you that the smuggler was not worthy of our trust.
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition, then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true.
We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias? The one who returned to Teleme after traveling with his master?
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of Saint Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our saint... But the text that we discovered was radically different from...
In the original text, Saint Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced Saint Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about...
I understand now what that text is. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text.
It served no purpose.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than...
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
I don't have the heart to deliver you to the Inquisition, but I cannot do much else to help you. Your smuggler is locked up. Maybe there are others in his band that can help you. Be careful and discreet, and you will survive.
Oh, thank you, sir. You are a just man. May the Illuminated protect you.
Thank you for having heard us and helped. You are truly full of kindness.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart. Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one we fight.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has... The bridge, which leaves us.
Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. And give thanks each day to the Luminous.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your name.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Lord. But they believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract. But their differences are purely theoretical.
I must be going. Farewell, Could I trouble you again?
Have you found Jonas?
Not yet, but I haven't given up. I need to be going. Hello again.
Well, no. Did you find him?
No, but I'm not giving up hope. Thank you, Lara.
wounded.
Whatever you need to be the talk of all Serene. Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out?
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Sir?
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Oh, how I would like my father to be implicated in this sordid business. Our old teacher must surely know what's going on.
Yes? Well, how can your old professor?
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain... Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give...
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between...
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that, but Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it after. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords, as breaking a contract with the seafarers has always...
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Did you get what you came for? Leave me now, please.
This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiry yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave.
With respect.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
handful of underlings don't scare us away. Right, cousin?
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Sir de Sade, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say? You've taken your son against his will and have him locked up like merchandise in a warehouse. Is that what you call being a good father?
As if you would know what it is like to be a parent. You are far too young to understand.
I looked into the contract that binds you to the Naughts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the Brit.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I...
You should have thought of that before.
The Prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in the story, don't you?
You wouldn't dare tell her.
You're not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my...
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
So it's here that our man keeps his son. Abusive fathers.
Who are you?
My name is de Sade. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes. Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of change. I feel more sorry for my mother.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years. Find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. My family is the Naughts.
Yes. You should
Death to the others!
Things are about to get dicey! Careful, Greenblood! You're wounded! Move! To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Careful, Greenblood! You're wounded! Greenblood! I can't hold on much longer! To my help! And death! To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Sir?
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should...
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now...
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
So eager to discover Tir Fridee. My isle. My new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures. As big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange, but they're not idiots.
The beast is awoken!
Those conniving, piss-distilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it!
Come now, let's lend them a hand.
Watch out! Take a step back, sir!
Captain! Keep my cousin safe!